And welcome back to the show. Ballet Hispánico provides the physical home and cultural heart for Latinx dance in the nation. The company was founded by the late dance visionary Tina Ramirez, who developed the initial repertory through the support of her Black colleagues. We have here sharing with us one of Ballet Hispánico's very own, Gabrielle Sprauve. And Gabrielle, good to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
And as we talk about Ballet Hispánico, a lot of people have come through the doors, right? And when you think about the contribution that Ballet Hispánico has made to the arts and also to the community, it's kind of unparalleled. So talk to me about your perception of Ballet Hispánico and what it means for the community.
Yeah, I mean, my perception of Ballet Hispánico is that we do so much good work. Our mission is about making sure that voices, people of color, they are heard, they're uplifted, that we're seen, that there's representation. And that's what we've been doing for more than 50 years. It's important for us not to only show it on stage, but to do it in the community. We constantly go out into the community when we're on tour within the city of New York, like everywhere we try to make sure that we're pushing our voices and we're pushing our mission, and people know that we are here. People of color can achieve a lot. We have achieved a lot. We will continue to achieve a lot. And it's what we do. It's what we're about. And we're just constantly striving to be better and do better for our people, for our community.
Gabrielle, for a long time, when you look out there and you see mainstream media and we see dancers, many times they don't reflect us. They don't look like us. You don't see people in communities of color really taking center stage on the mainstream. But I know one of the things that Ballet Hispánico has been good about is really promoting the great talent that's out there. Talk to me about that, because you're out there, you're pushing out, you're introducing yourself to a lot of people, and you're also creating a cultural awareness of sorts.
Yeah, we are inclusive. That's something really important for us. It's not only about pushing the Latinx voice, but it's all of us in this community, this marginalized community. So we're inclusive. We make sure that we include everyone, all different types of people from all walks of life, and we're all here to celebrate us. So it's really important that you see us on stage as well. One of my favorite things to do is we go and we do these we call them performances for young people, and there are many different schools that will come wherever we are, whatever state we're in. And I've had kids come up to me saying like, oh wow, I never thought that I could do something like that. And I see myself on stage. And I'll never forget the first time I saw a woman of color on a main stage, and I was watching her dance and I was seeing her do something that my teachers at the time when I was young told me that I could never do because of my skin color. So it's so important that you see someone like me on stage, that curtain comes up. And when you see someone like me, like you see possibility, you see that I too can do that. I can do it well, and I can prove people wrong. And that part of it is actually, it's my favorite part, to prove people wrong.
There is also, in addition to the dancing and the arts, there's so much what's connected with Ballet Hispánico and the work that you guys do. I know that there's an intersection even with social justice and really having conversations about social justice and social justice awareness. So for our viewers, make them a little bit more aware about how all this intertwines in some of the things that you do.
So it intertwines in not just, our conversations that we have. We always try and do talkbacks after the show, not just to talk about the pieces itself, but what they mean, why we choose to perform certain pieces, why we choose to talk about certain people in history through our works and through our movement. It's through that. It's also through, we have really important dialogues that we do on the side. Like I put together this dialogue to talk about colorism in our own community, in the Latinx community, making sure that we're pushing conversations, not just about the movement and the work, but conversations surrounding us that affect the movement and the work. So we try and do as much of that as possible. And I think we not only achieve it, but we push boundaries. Conversations like that are not easy to have. It's not easy to, call out your own community and say, no, we too can be better within ourselves. Because in order to be better on the outside and to go out into other communities, we have to understand ourselves. We have to understand our history and the flaws that we also have in our history. We have to talk about colorism. We have to talk about objectification. We have to talk about exoticism. It's really important to have those conversations because it connects with just us, and then it connects with the movement that we bring and all the pieces that we go out into the community and show. And then when people have questions, we have not only answers, but we have experience. We have information behind that. We have history that's really important to talk about.
In addition to that, I want to talk about the fact of Ballet Hispanico's role um, in the community, because when we talk about arts and education, many times in school budgets, we don't see the arts as prevalent, right? We see art budgets being cut, but to have an opportunity to expose your gift, to be able to talk about the social ills in society, and to really be able to bring things home in a manner that sometimes is unconventional, but very necessary, because it leads to so many people with careers in the arts and pathways. So I just love you just expound a little bit on that.
Yeah, so we, like I said, we not only go out into the community to try and bring the art to the schools in some way because these the budgets are being cut and things like that. But we also have a school of dance here within the organization. We have three parts of our organization: our community arts partnership, the dance company, which I am part of, and then we also have our school of dance. So we offer scholarships, we offer free tuition. We try and work with kids in our community to make sure that if they can't afford it, like, you can still come here. We will make it work. It's really important that the arts aren't taken away. Those opportunities aren't taken away just because of financial means or anything like that. Transportation. It's really important for us that we find a way for the kids to be able to come here. And then if they can't come here, we do our best to try and go to them as much as possible, as often as we can, so that they can, even if it's just a little taste that they can get, at least it's something, because that little moment, it can do a lot in a child's life. That spark, you never know that what you're doing just in an hour performance that you're bringing to their school. So on top of us going out into the community to bring that to students, we also have a school of dance here, and we try and do anything we can to make sure that it's accessible to everyone.
Gabrielle Sprauve, our guest, and we want to thank you so much for being with us here on Open. Congratulations. I know you're in your fourth season at Ballet Hispánico. Continued success and continue bringing the arts home to not just the Bronx, but all across New York City, the state, and really the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All righty. Well, if you want more information, we encourage you to go visit them on the website at ballethispanico.org, and then also on social media at Ballet Hispánico. We got more show. We encourage you, don't go anywhere. Open continues right after this.